Yes. Last order 25/7/2023.
Yes, Lord.
Some response was called for from the department.
State, yes.
My lord, we have,
What are your response?
filed the updated information that we have
You
received.
have filed.
We'll find this.
We'll file our affidavit during the course of the day. The affidavit is ready. The updated affidavit. We have already filed last year.
You have filed when?
On 8th.
8th of August.
My lord, I am representing Mr. D. Mojumdar, additional Advocate General, my lord. As per his instruction, my lord, he is unable to come today due to for some personal difficulty. That his entire documents that have been received yesterday night, my lord. So we need some time to go through and prepare the affidavit. 4 weeks time maybe.
Lord,
So-
this fact, my lord, that Mr. Mojumdar received, my lord, the documents yesterday only that I'm not aware of.
He has just informed me.
They received the documents from the department.
Yes, my lord.
From the registry, the entire. because
Registry,
we
that
had
paper
sent
books,
the
copy of
morning,
paper books have
The
been.
entire set of paper books has been handed over to him only yesterday evening. So therefore, he might need some time to go through. Short date will be granted.
Yes, who is from the registry? Anybody from the registry in this case? Documents have been given only yesterday.
Yes.
Huh?
As per his instruction, my lord, he has received yesterday evening.
No, what is the document? Paper book
Paper
of what?
books, ma'am.
Paper book
paper
of what?
Entire paper books that were made by the. This entire set.
Maybe officially.
We have to adjourn it then what to do?
Yes, Lord.
Yeah,
Well,
request
in the-
government to kindly furnish a copy of whatever they have filed with me as well. It has not been.
All right.
Look, in the meantime, just one additional information that I have, my lord, I'll just.
Yes, what is it?
Because in the meantime, my lord, they can get instructions on this also. My lord.
No, posts is not within the scope of this.
No, not only post, my lord, the infrastructure is also involved here. Post is fine, my lord, but the infrastructure extreme right column, my lord.
We give it to them.
Yeah,
with the file affidavit.
yes, ma'am. I'm healthy.
Chaudhary, short date means we'll put it in October because they will require some time to examine. And all right. Mr. H.K. Das and Ms. R.S. Chaudhary, learned amicus curiae are present. Mr. Arun Chandra, learned senior government advocate, state of Arunachal Pradesh, submits that in response to in terms of the order dated 25/7/2023, the government of Arunachal, who has filed the affidavit? The chief secretary of the government of Arunachal Pradesh has filed an affidavit on 8/8/2023 by serving advance copy upon the learned amicus curiae appearing in this case. Is it there on record, the affidavit? It is there. Is it there in the record?
There is a separate affidavit. This is order.
These are.
Affidavit is available on record. Full stop. Ms. T. Crow, learned additional AG, state of Nagaland, submits that affidavit on behalf of the chief secretary, Nagaland.
No, my lord,
Then-
the affidavit is filed by the law department secretary authorizing this year's.
On behalf of the secretary to the Department of Law and Justice, Government of Nagaland has been prepared and the same will be filed within a day or two.
Already we filed, already filed yesterday.
Acha, all right. And has been filed yesterday, but the same is not on record. Mr. K. Talukdar, appearing for the government of Mizoram, submits that some instructions as called for are still awaited and therefore further. Acha, then you write, submits that the affidavit on behalf of the Chief Secretary to the Government of Mizoram in terms of the order dated so and so 25/7/2023 will be filed during the course of the day by serving advance copy upon the learned amicus curiae. Full stop. Miss M. Burman, learned Government Advocate Assam, however, submits that since the learned additional AG Government of Assam appearing, State of Assam appearing, representing the state in this case, has received the copies of the paper books and other documents from the registry only yesterday. Hence, the affidavit could not be prepared. Full stop. Under the circumstances, a prayer has been made on behalf of the state of Assam seeking to grant 4 weeks further time to file the affidavit. Full stop. Considering the ground on which the prayer is made, no same stands allowed. You are appearing in this case. You are present in connection with this case.
By the last order, your lordship.
Yes.
By
The registered admin and the PMPO.
register PM,
uh,
register PM, joint register PM.
Joint Register PMPO are personally present in view of the request made by the state of Assam. This matter stands adjourned and is directed to be listed again on 5th of October 2023. In the meantime, the state of Assam to file affidavit by serving advance copy upon the learned amicus curiae. The points raised by Mr. Das, learned amicus curiae, today during the course of this proceeding may also be reflected upon and duly responded to and properly responded to by the state of Assam in the affidavit to be filed. Full stop. List accordingly. Right?
DPO.
In the meantime, registry to tag copies of the affidavit filed by the state of Nagaland and state of Mizoram with the record of this.
For listing of a motion urgent, either unlisted today or tomorrow, my lord, demolition
Tomorrow.
matter.
What is the matter?
Regarding demolition of a building. my
Come
lord.
on.
I have a similar pyramid.
Day after tomorrow. All right.
Lordship, on tomorrow, your lordship,
What is it?
selection and appointment of secretary of Shomabhai Shamiti, your lordship. In 28, your lordship, I made mention, your lordship, my mention was allowed for listing today, your lordship. But
First September.
lordship,
Day after tomorrow. Yes, day after tomorrow. Yes, yes.
Yeah, please, Lordship. Lordship, it's better kindly day after tomorrow, my lord.
Yes.
May I please, your lordship, for listing of one motion matter tomorrow, my lord.
What is the matter?
Regarding demarcation notice was issued.
Day after tomorrow.
please, your lordship.
On motion matter, Lordship.
Hmm.
A matter regarding Lordship, non-motivation of land, Lordship. On Friday, Lordship.
Next Friday, not this Friday, next week Friday. These are
Lordship,
not urgent
urgency-
matters. There is no urgent. Only one motion is allowed for tomorrow. Huh? One motion. Yes.
Really list for motion item 1.
R Dubey is only allowed.
My lord. Lordship, kindly see page 16.
Yes.
I file a complaint to the authority. And thereafter authority pass an order. Issued a letter,
Which is the order?
page 16.
Page 16.
Yes, sir.
So why should we stay? You furnish the building bylaw.
My lord, they state, that is why they state the matter, but without following that state order, the Rational 7 is going to construct the building. We inform the authority again, my lord. But no action has been taken. Our application is still pending, my lord. Let they decide our application, take necessary step. My lord.
No, who is appearing?
It's proper.
Rangia Municipal will issue notice, nothing, I heard Mr. J. Ahmed.
And petition of this was under the department.
Alleging that despite the order dated 6/1/2023 issued by the Rangia Municipal Board, Rangia, the respondent number
May I point out one thing? This letter, the annexed to letter 16 minor. It's been issued by Chairman Rangia Municipal Board. And I found that board is not represented by the only executive officer is made by the.
no, maintainability will be, we are not passing any order. The respondent number 7 is proceeding with the construction of the building. According to Mr. Ahmed, the construction carried out by respondent number 7 is in violation of the building permission. Mr. Notwithstanding the same, the authorities are turning a deaf ear to the said violation. Mr. Ms. Burman, Lanet, M. Burman, Lanet, Government Advocate Assam, however, questions the maintainability of the writ petition. But she prays for 4 weeks' time to obtain instruction in the matter. Issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks. Since Ms. Burman has appeared and accepted notice on behalf of respondent numbers 1, 3, 4, and 5. No formal notice is required to be sent to the said respondent. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the Land Department Council. So as to enable her to obtain instruction. Petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon the remaining respondents by registered post with AD. Third, on the prayer of entering village, the said prayer stands rejected.
Pendency of this will not be bar to take.
No,
step
no,
by
I have rejected the prayer for it. Actually, the correct order would be to dismiss the writ petition, but we'll just ask them to say, we don't know what they, he might have given the permission. Are these matters to be handled by the writ court? Who is constructing latrine, who is constructing boundary wall? You are reducing the writ court of extraordinary power and jurisdiction to this level. Ordinarily, these matters should be dismissed in limine, but I propose to dismiss these matters in admission. Therefore, you have 6 weeks time. Yes, please.
May it please your lordship. Lordship, Mr. D. Gogoi shall appear in this matter. He is on legs in court number 1.
May it please your lordship. My lord, here petitioner that 300 bighas of land, 3,000 bighas of land involved, my lord. That I have described in Schedule B. What happened, my lord? Since before 1924, our predecessor in interest are occupying the land about 18,000
Where have you submitted a representation?
to the deputy commissioner, my lord.
Where is it?
Annexer. My lord, I am giving. At page 131, my lord. Like, लिखिए, लोगों लगे तुम्हें।
No, where have you prayed for allowing you to cultivate the jute? You are already evicted.
My lord, we have been evicted. Our residential houses are evicted, my lord, but
Hmm.
jute cultivation is there.
Where is the request made to the authorities to allow you to harvest?
That representation.
Then I will not entertain this writ petition. You make a representation. These are the fundamental norms of writ of mandamus. You know it. You are one of the senior most counsel here. You are asking for a writ to be issued in respect to something which you have not demanded from the authorities.
I'll file my lord representation. I'll file my lord.
This is the requirement of law. You know it.
My lord,
Then
I'll file.
you withdraw and approach the authorities. We'll ask them to consider your
And
request.
your lordship, if I file phrase representation, that may be considered by the.
Yes, yes. I heard Mr. M. Sheikh Lanik counsel appearing for the writ petitioners. The petitioners herein claimed that they were in occupation of land
3,000 bigha,
3,000 bighas of land,
patta land.
patta land in the, situated in the district of Morigaon,
Yeah.
whereupon they had carried out cultivation of jute. Stuff. Recently, the district administration has evicted the petitioners from the said plot of land. The basic prayer made by the petitioners' counsel is to the effect that his client should be allowed to harvest the jute which has been cultivated by them, as otherwise the same would lead to serious loss and injury to the interest of the petitioners. Full stop. The petitioners are seeking a writ of mandamus directing the respondents to allow them to harvest the jute. However, I find that no such demand or request has been made before the competent authority by the petitioners before approaching this court. Full stop. It is the salutary principle of law that before seeking a writ of mandamus, the petitioners are required to approach the authorities seeking by asserting their right, if any, in the matter. Full stop. It is only when such representation stroke request of the petitioners are not acted upon by the authorities that the question of the court issuing a writ of mandamus may arise. Full stop. Miss
M. Kalita, Your Lordship. M. Kalita, Your
M.
Lordship.
Kalita, learned counsel for the
Forest Department.
Forest Department submits that the writ petition is not maintainable in law and facts. Similar the stand of Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SC, Revenue Department, Assam, and Ms. M. Burman, learned Government Advocate, Assam, appearing for the official respondent. Ms. So-and-so is present on behalf of the Union of India. At this stage, Mr. Sheikh seeks leave of this court to withdraw the writ petition with liberty to approach the competent authorities, making a request to allow
Deputy
them,
Commissioner Dorong, madam.
request to approach the Deputy Commissioner Dorong.
Yes, madam.
Dorong or Morigaon?
Dorong and Morigaon.
Deputy
It is land-
Commissioners of
Land has
Dorong,
been evicted by Dorong, Deputy Commissioner and DFO.
Dorong and Morigaon, making a prayer to allow them to harvest the jute cultivation. In view of the above prayer made by the petitioners' counsel, this writ petition stands
My
disposed
lord,
of
I have one prayer, my lord. Within 7 days, my lord, that representation. will
Disposed
be
of
dis-
by
That the jute is going to
granting
dry up.
leave
my lord.
to the petitioners to submit appropriate representation before the competent authority. Full stop. Since the
Along with
petitioners'
certified
counsel
copy of this order, my lord.
has submitted that the jute is likely to dry up and become unfit for harvesting in next 2 weeks. Hence, it is provided that the prayer, if any, made by the petitioner by filing representation by enclosing a certified copy of this order shall be acted upon. And whatever be the decision of the authorities shall be acted upon promptly. And whatever be the decision of the authorities, the same be communicated to the petitioners in writing. With the above observation, writ petition stands closed.
Within 2 weeks, my
Be
lord.
obliged, Your Lordship.
Promptly,
From the date of receipt of the
Yes, yes.
representation, within 2 weeks.
promptly, I said. It could be 2 hours also.
Item 3.
Obliged.
Oblige, your lordship.
Make the motion. Demarcation of land,
Man.
will issue notice.
Man.
Heard Mr. B. Islam, learned counsel for the petitioner. The writ petitioner aggrieved by inaction on the part of the respondents in carrying out demarcation of the land as prayed for by the petitioner. The instant writ petition has been filed. Ms. G. Hazarika, learned standing counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, and Ms. M. Burman, learned Government Advocate, Assam, have prayed for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 6 weeks since Ms. Hazarika has accepted notice for respond number 1 and Ms. Burman for respond numbers 2 and 3. Service of notice upon the said respondents is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned departmental counsel petitioner takes steps for service of notice upon the remaining respondent. Or registered post with AD. Let this matter be listed again by reflecting the name of learned departmental counsel in the cause list.
Here is this case, my lord, the petitioner submitted various representation before the circle officer and deputy commissioner to partition the land in question, my lord. But although only the circle officer has issued notice to the respondent number 4 and 5, my lord. And the respondent number 4 and 5 never responds the notice.
Mr. M. Hussain, learned counsel for the petitioner. The grievance of the petitioner is that his application for partitioning the land owned by the petitioner has not been responded to by the concerned circle officer of Dhubri. Hence this writ petition. So Ms. G. Hazarika, learned standing counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, and Ms. M. Bormon, learned government advocate, Assam, pray for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 6 weeks, Ms. Hazarika for 1, Ms. Bormon for 2 and 3. As such, no formal notice. Extra copies, steps by registered post with AD for service of notice upon 4 and 5.
My lord, pendency shall not be
No, pendency will be a bar.
of license.
Association, they are members of 500 and under the provisions of law, they are required to hold AGM every year. So there is 144 in the Jorat now, district Jorat. So they filed an application for granting permission. He is just sitting over the matter. Deputy Commissioner. Page 38 and 41, we filed a representation, that has not been answered.
We'll have to issue notice then.
Let them take instructions here at the, or let Deputy Commissioner decide the matter within a period of so and so.
So first, we would like to know.
Yes.
When can you obtain instruction?
No, 2 weeks will be, as per requirement of law, we are required to hold the meeting. Let it be in the next week, my lord, is the Deputy Commissioner by.
Heard Mr. B.D. Das, senior counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, also follows the amendments made in the writ petition. The petitioners are aggrieved by non-consideration of their request to hold AGM of the
petitioner, AGM of, my lord, I am giving the name.
AGM of
Sri Bihari, Thakurbari and Kali Mandir Samiti.
Sri Bihari Thakurbari and Kali Mandir Samiti situated at Jorhat.
In view of 100.
Because of imposition of section 144 CRPC by the District Commissioner of Jorhat. Full stop. Considering the nature of grievance expressed in the writ petition, I am of the opinion that the learned government advocate Assam should be asked to obtain preliminary instruction responding to the grievance expressed in the writ petition. Accordingly, this matter be posted again after a week. Ms. M. Bormon, learned government advocate Assam, to obtain instruction. 2 extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to her during the course of.
Item 6.
On a date, etc., we can take it from there. Can you get a date, man?
Choose the date in October. Motion matter will come next week. I have dictated.
Yes.
Well, this is illegal taking of possession of the land without paying any compensation and without acquiring the land in the process. Because 19 is
Heard
the.
Mr. A.K. Royal and Royal Learned Counsel for the petitioner. The petitioner has alleged that his private patta land has been acquired by the authorities without paying any compensation. First up, peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. NOM 8 weeks. Miss, who is appearing for whom? Miss M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, appears and accepts notice for respondent numbers 1, 2, and 3, and Mr. S. Bora, learned standing counsel GMC for.
Department is mentioned.
Achha, 2 and 3, and Mr. S. Bora, learned standing counsel GMC for respondent number 4. As such, service of notice is complete on respondent numbers 2, 3, and 4. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned department counsel. petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon respond number 1 by registered post with AD within a week from today. Now, whom will you send the notice? There are 35 commissioners. You have to send it to everyone.
Actually,
Huh?
actually,
No, you have to send it to the
Yes.
revenue is not written.
yes,
The section will not send you notice.
guys.
You do what you think.
Item number 9 is also same.
Item 9 also same order, same party. This tell them.
Name is different party,
Huh?
but same.
No, the respondents are same.
Response.
List along with item 6. 9 order same view, list along with item 6.
Item 7.
Made petitioner the vice president and member of the GP, my lord. President of the GP was removed by the no confidence motion. Thereafter, charge was given to the vice president to allow the work. Thereafter, my lord, financial power has not, no fresh meeting was held, my lord, and financial power has not been given to the present petitioner, my lord, as per the section 13(2)(d), my lord.
How many petitioners are there?
Yeah, my lord, 9, my lord.
How many, who has been made the in charge?
My lord,
All 9 of them.
no,
Then,
only vice president. my
then this writ petition cannot be entertained. Others have no right.
lord. Yes, my lord, other than no right, but vice president has the right, my lord.
No, but I will not pass an order. All 9 are claiming right.
No, my lord.
Then what is the grievance of other 8?
They all the petitioners filed their representations so that. My lord, your lordship,
Okay, I'll issue notice, that's all. Nothing.
Well,
Your petition is defective.
my lord, on the same issue, my lord, the earlier removal president has filed the writ petition as well as the contempt petition, my lord.
Hmm.
That was listed last 14, my lord, 14/8, my lord. And only 2 months,
What is the number?
my lord, yes, my lord, 8/4/1/2023, my lord.
841 of 2020.
23, my lord. But last week it was come, my lord, but not disposed of, my lord. Only 2 months has go, my lord. Within the 2 months term will be expired, my lord. So if it is next week along with this matter, instruction is available in that case, my lord.
Yes, what do you have to say?
Lordship is very
This is a
much.
completely confusing and chaotic writ petition. You have prayed for holding a fresh no confidence motion.
Yeah, I have no objection on that, my lord. No confidence motion if held, I have no objection. Till then, the vice
No.
presidents may be allowed to
On
work.
one hand, you say that the vice president should be given financial
Yes, sir.
power. Then the vice president should come. Why the other members have come?
That is the problem. Lord.
That is the problem. All right.
That defective.
We'll solve the problem in January 2024. Now, I heard Mr. R. Islam Naik, counsel for the petitioner, peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. Mr. S. Dr. Lanet, standing counsel PNRD department, Assam submits that the writ petition is not maintainable due to misjoinder of parties. First up, the learned department counsel, however, prays for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 8 weeks, NOM 6 weeks. Who is appearing for whom?
Lordship, I am for.
See, at least the fundamental areas, you have to be correct. The writ petition will not be perfect. There can be some mistakes. some-
Obviously, will be effects of
But-
2 months.
Yes, it will be. Because you have made this like this. If you would have come up with a clear case that these powers statutorily required to be conferred has not been conferred, we would have disposed it of within 2-3 days. But you have added all other requisitions.
I may be allowed to do, madam. May be allowed to.
You want to withdraw.
Yes,
Do you agree with what I'm saying or you
yes,
don't agree?
yes,
Huh?
yes.
All right, then you write, Mr. R. Islam Naik, counsel for the writ petitioner submits that there is some defect in constitution of the writ petition and therefore he be granted liberty to withdraw the writ petition with liberty to file a fresh. Since the prayer is not opposed by Mr. S. Dr. Lanet, standing counsel PNRD Assam, the prayer stands alone. Writ petition stands disposed of on withdrawal with liberty as paid for. You make out a clear case that 2 months to go, I am
Yes.
entitled to operate it. The activities of the Panchayat is being affected, issue a mandamus, the matter is there. Why have you made complicated? Your mandamus is to hold a fresh no confidence motion. These will take 8 years, 12 weeks. We can't say anything. Don't complicate matters. Yes, you file your petition.
Oblige.
My lord, this matter may be possible for time being, my lord.
What is the matter about?
My lord, the engaged counsel HM Chaudhary is leg on.
What is the matter about?
My lord, he has instructed me to for pass over time being, my lord. He is engaged in another court, my lord.
Then I'll pass it over for the day. What is the
When
matter?
lordships, they have made a party to us, lordship, my lord, then no coffee has been served. Lordship.
So let him come. Let me come. You are not there in this case.
No, my.
All right.
I can tell.
Possible timing.
May please, your lords. My lord, in this case, originally, there are 84 bighas and odd lands, my lord. Now, after issue of the new patta, my lord, suddenly 25 bighas vanished from the patta.
Vanishing land. Very serious matter, Mr.
Where this land gone, my lord, nothing. We are giving representation before the government, settlement officer, deputy commissioner, and other land revenue, my lord, nothing. No reply till now, my lord. Now, perhaps, my lord, they are preparing to give it to some other persons, my lord, without giving any compensation or anything, any intimation to us.
So what is the prayer in the writ petition?
Prayer, my lord. At page, my lord. (26), my lord.
Yes.
Directing the respondent to show cause as to why 25 bighas of land was reduced from the patta land while bifurcating the land of KP patta number 302 old into new KP patta number 154, 155, 156 and 2224, and further to show cause why this land measuring 25 bighas was not included in new KP patta number 154, 155, 156 and 2224.
All right, Mr. P.K. Kalital and a senior counsel appearing for the assisted by Mr.
K. Talukdar.
K. Talukdar, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. J. Hendik, learned standing counsel.
Lordship, I am appear on behalf of the respondent number 2, 3 and 4. Lord.
Mr. G. Hazarika, learned SC, Revenue Department Assam, and Mr. J. Hendik, learned additional senior government department appearing for the respondents full stop. The case of the writ petitioner, writ petitioners reduced to its essence is that the revenue authorities in the garb of bifurcating the existing Kheraj periodic patta has excluded about 25 bighas of land from the purview of the new patta.
Yeah.
Thus denuding
After bifurcation.
new patta after bifurcation of the land, thus denuding the petitioners of their valuable property rights. The learned senior counsel for the petitioner submits that despite repeated representations having been submitted before the district administration, ventilating their grievance in the matter, no response has been received till today. Hence this writ petition. Full stop. The learned departmental counsel have prayed for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. Issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks. Since Ms. Bordoloi has accepted notice for respondent number 1 and Mr. J. Hendik for respondent numbers
2, 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Service of notice upon the said respondents is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition be furnished to the learned department counsel. Requisite in numbers so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Petitioners to take steps for service of notice upon the remaining respondent, the registered post with AD. Heard on the prayer of interim relief, the said prayer will be considered on the returnable date.
A date may be given, my lord, before puja vacation, otherwise they will take time.
Why don't you decide? Why don't you decide on the date? Now onwards, we'll give the date decision to the learned members of the bar.
At least, my lord, let them inform the party.
No, you decide a date. Let us see how reasonable you are.
Before puja vacation on 15th.
You decide the date. 15th
15th or
October,
16th
returnable on 15th October.
15 October আছে না?
15th October is a holiday, but
Holiday, my lord. 17 or 16.
17 is a bigger holiday. No, these have been declared open.
This is open lordship up to my lord at 19, I think.
No, 15th is a holiday because it is Sunday.
Then my lord,
16th October.
16.
my lord actually. 16 খোলা আছে।
তার মানে এই কিটা খুলি।
There has been some change in the vacation calendar.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, in 2016-17, petitioners had shops both sides of National Highway 15, and their shops were demolished due to enlargement and reconstruction of National Highway 15. And the authority, responding authorities assured that compensation would be given to the petitioners for their loss of properties, my lord. It is temporary and paka structures.
All right, I heard Mr. S.C. Das, counsel for the petitioner. It is alleged in the writ petition that the shops of the petitioners were demolished by the authorities for construction of national highway. As per law, the petitioners were entitled to compensation. However, notwithstanding several representations made by them and also a sitting demonstration carried out by the petitioners demanding their right, no action has been taken in the matter till today. Hence this writ petition. Mr. C. Borwal, understanding counsel.
7 and 8
NHI,
DCL,
NHI DCL,
7 and 8, my lord.
as well as Mr. B. Chaudhary, learned standing counsel. PWD, Assam have prayed for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 8 weeks. Who is for whom you give?
To remain.
Since Mr. B. Chaudhary has accepted notice for respond numbers 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. J. Hendrik, learned additional senior government advocate Assam for respond numbers 5 and 6. And Mr. C. Borwa, learned counsel for respond numbers 7 and 8. Service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition, requisite in numbers, be furnished to the learned department council so as to enable them to obtain instruction. The respondents to file affidavit bringing their stand on record on or before the returnable date. Yes.
Obliged, my lord.
I can tell.
8 weeks.
May it please, your lord.
Ex gratia.
My lord. Petitioner father.
When we appear, I don't have to open the file. It is ex gratia.
Right.
Notice?
Yes, your lordship.
All right. Now, Mr. M. R. Khandakar, learned counsel for the petitioner. The relief prayed for in this writ petition is for issuance of a direction for payment of ex gratia grant of rupees 3 lakhs to the petitioner on the ground that her father was killed by unknown extremist on 15/9/1998. You have come very early.
Yes, your.
No, my lord.
Issue notice of motion returnable in 2 years. Will take 2 years now. You have taken how many years to come to the court?
My lord,
8 weeks. Who is for whom?
I'm for one.
Miss N. Bordore, learned standing counsel, Revenue Department, Assam accepts notice for respond number 1. Mr. J. Hendig, learned additional senior government advocate, Assam for respond number 2.
2, 5, 6, 7 and 8.
2, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Mr. B. Gogoi, learned SC Finance for respond number 2. And Mr. B. Mushari, R.K. Mushari, learned standing counsel, BTC for respond number 4. As such, service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies will be furnished to the learned department.
returnable maybe.
Only because it is a
Complaints.
you have alleged that extremist incident. That's why otherwise I'll dismiss. Maintainability of the writ petition is kept open and will be gone into at this stage of admission.
Item 13.
Obliged.
May I please, the lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I filed a complaint before the respondent number 3. And my representation lordship will find at page number 125, my annexer 17. Making some specific allegations against the officials of the respondent number 4, as well as the respondent number 5 also. Now, what happened, my lord? Instead of investigating the matter, whatever point I have raised in my complaint, the respondent number 3 had annexer 21 at page number 155, forwarded my complaint to the respondent number 5, making him a judge of his own cause. That is my basic grievance.
What is your basic prayer? Let's come to the prayer now. After the
Prayer,
basic
my lord.
grievance.
Page 28, my lord.
Take us to the basic prayer. You have so many prayers I have seen. What is the basic prayer?
Basic prayer is, first of all, my lord, my representation that may be investigated by the respondent number 3 or any other competent official under his establishment. That is one thing.
Representation dated 20th of March 2023.
Yes, my lord. And also to take necessary action against the wrongdoers and further directing the respondent number 4 to demolish the illegal structure. The forwarding lordship will find at page number 155.
And you want who to inquire into it?
By the respondent number 3 or by any other competent official under his establishment.
All right, now take us to the legal provision. Which law permits this prayer to be accepted?
My lord, what happened? Annexer 21, page number 155. Kindly, my lord, I'm reading out. With reference to the above, I would like to enclose here with 2 numbers of complaint petition in original along with his enclosures received from one so and so, which is self-explanatory with a request to take necessary action at your end.
So that is what I'm asking. You see, Mr. Bora, when you want the court to issue a writ of mandamus,
Yes, my lord.
you have to make out a case either of a legal right or a fundamental
ma'am.
right. What
Then-
is your case? Is it a case of fundamental right or a legal right violation?
My lord, fundamental as well as legal right. Why, my lord? The building is posing a danger not to me also, because I am a neighbor, but to the public as a whole. And further, my lord, in page number 126, the representation dated 20th March 2023. My lord, in the last para at page number 126, here I have mentioned about the role played by the respondent number 5. Then in page number 127 also there is a reference of this respondent number 5. And thereafter, my lord, in page number 129 also what the respondent number 5 has done, that is also mentioned. Thereafter, my lord, 130 may be seen. Page number 130, clause F.
So your allegation is directed towards the commissioner of jail.
Yes, also the commissioner, my lord. And what happened here, the respondent number 3, he forwarded my complaint to the commissioner to take necessary action from his end. So how the commissioner will take action against himself?
Who is to take action against the commissioner?
That's why I have approached this respondent number 3.
He is the superintendent of police.
Yes, my lord.
So you can
As high
take,
officials, some officials of the corporations are involved along with the private respondents.
are you alleging corruption?
Maybe there, my lord. Upon investigation, it will be come out.
No, Mr. Bora, it can't be so casual. He is a responsible public authority. If you want the police to investigate, you have to make out a prima facie cognizable case. Merely by suspecting that there could be a foul play.
Oh,
the
my lord.
courts cannot.
My lord,
Hmm.
In my-
Otherwise, it will become impossible for the officers to act.
my lord, in my complaint also, there is an allegation of forgery.
Hmm. Then you approach the file under 156(3). What is the provision of CRPC? Let us see the CRPC. Do you have the CRPC?
No, no, right now, not with me.
All right, we'll give you one.
156(3). subsection.
Yes. Read 156(3).
Any magistrate empowered under section 190 may order such an investigation as above mentioned.
Yes, where the police officer has power to investigate,
Yes.
the
But,
magistrate under, please listen,
yes,
the order what I'll pass, I will pass.
yes, ma'am.
But if you listen to what I'm saying, there is a possibility that it could help you in some future proceedings. That is how the profession grows.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, it is not necessary for the court judge to converse with you. We can hear your arguments and pass our orders. But we don't think that is the correct mechanism because the system has to grow. Therefore, I am asking you that you suspect or you allege, let's take it that you allege foul play or wrongdoings on the part of a officer who is the respondent number 5 herein. Correct. According to you, he is liable to be proceeded for commission of cognizable offense. Right? Now, you have approached the superintendent of police of the vigilance cell, respondent number 3. He has not acted. The statute provides for a remedy in these matters in the form of 156(3). Instead of availing that remedy, which is an efficacious alternative remedy, you have straight away approached the High Court by filing a writ petition. I am asking you, why should we entertain your writ petition on that count? Give me an answer. Because this trend of coming to High Court with a writ petition on anything at the drop of a hat, that is something we need to take note of. Why have you not gone to the magistrate?
My lord, for not going before the magistrate, here the matter, it doesn't end here. So he has, the respondent number has sent it to the respondent number 5. But no action has been taken.
Is that your final answer or you would like to examine the issue and come up with a better answer?
Then, my lord, whom to approach? Again, the question will come up.
That is not our job to tell you.
I approach the
Look back and
superintendent.
choose whom you want to ask. There are people waiting.
No, my
Whom
problem
you
is that
approach is not the-
I have approached the higher authority.
All right, order is out.
I have 14.
Will not entertain it, but then it may block your way of availing
My lord,
even 156.
In that event, I may be given the liberty to approach the magistrate court.
Do it. Do it.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. Bora submits that by lodging a formal complaint dated 23/2023, the petitioner has brought to the notice of the respondent number 3 about facts which make out a case of cognizable offense. Full stop. However, the respondent number 3, instead of investigating in the matter, has forwarded the complaint to the respondent number 5, who is the person against whom the complaint has been made, thereby infringing his fundamental rights. Full stop. Even if the argument of the petitioner's counsel is taken on face value, even then, there is no explanation as to why the petitioner did not avail the remedy under section 156(3) of the Code of CRPC, which is an efficacious alternative remedy available to the petitioner in the facts of the case. Full stop. Mr. S. Bora, learned SC GMC, and Mr. H. Sharma, learned Additional Senior Government Advocate Assam,
1, 2, 3 and 8.
Appearing for respondent numbers 1, 2 and 3 and Mr. Bora for
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6 have also supported, have also objected to the maintainability of the writ petition. In view of the above and on the request of Mr. Bora, this writ petition is being permitted to be withdrawn with liberty to the petitioner to pursue effective alternative remedy as may be available under the law. Don't come to writ court with everything. If a writ court gives any adverse opinion against him, his life is finished. If it gives an adverse opinion against your client, your matter is finished. Don't do it. I was thinking of writing a detailed judgment, but I didn't do it because it will cause prejudice to your client.
Problems.
Item 14.
May I please, Lordship, in this case, my lord, the husband of the petitioner, my lord, was murdered by the FIN accused person, my lord, in this case, my lord. The petitioner submitted application before the State Legal Service Authority, my lord, for victim compensation, my lord. That is 29, my lord, I have submitted the application, my lord. And as far
All right, we would like to seek instruction.
I'm only with respond number 3.
Yes, heard Mr. W. Rahman, learned counsel for the petitioner. There is the amendments made in the writ petition. The petitioner is seeking victim compensation for sum of ₹5 lakh on the ground that her son was murdered by the accused persons. Must have issue notice returnable in 8 weeks. Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate has appeared in the accepted notice for respondent numbers 1 and 6. Ms. B. Gogoi, Mr. B. Gogoi, learned SC Finance for respondent number 2. Ms. R.S. Chaudhary, learned Standing Council Asalsa for respondent numbers 3, 4 and 5. As such, service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition, requisite in numbers, be furnished to the learned department.
For the BLS, I only take for a source. For the BLS of the government.
All right, R.S. Chaudhary, only 3 koi dibo, and Mr. H.K. Sharma lover add 4 and 5. 1, 4 and 5. 4, 5 and 6 koi dibo. Extra copies.
may I please, Lordship. Lordship, here the case is the inaction of police, my lord. The petitioner lodged an FIR, my lord, which was registered page 12, my lord, which was registered in the year 2022, my lord, on 7/8/2022. But no investigation has been carried out till today, my lord. No report has been submitted.
Motion, you find out what is happening. Heard Mr. M. Ali, learned counsel for the petitioner, peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. On the request of Mr. H.K. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, his matter is directed to be listed again for motion after 2 weeks, so as to enable him to obtain preliminary instruction. 2 extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to Mr. Sharma. Let the matter be listed accordingly. Yes.
Obliged.
May it please, your lordship. My lord, the case of the petitioners are like that, my lord. The petitioners, my lord, are the partners and owners of certain plots of land, my lord. In the year 2014, my lord, the 20th Assam Police Battalion Camp, my lord, encroached the lands of the petitioners, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, in the year 2021, the petitioners submitted a representation, my lord. Representation is at page number 36. This, my lord, representation was submitted to the Commissioner and Secretary Revenue Department, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, the representation was forwarded to the BTC, my lord, BTC authority. That is at page number 39. The Joint Secretary of BTC, my lord, forwarded the representation to the Circle Officer of the concerned Revenue Circle, my lord, to take necessary action. The Circle Officer, my lord, at my lord, may kindly see page number 40, issued a notice for field verification, my lord. And the date was fixed on 30/9/2022.
Yes.
On that date, my lord, in presence of both the sides, field verification was done. But till date, my lord, the report has not been published yet, my lord. My lord, the report will make everything clear as to whether there was encroachment or not, my lord. My lord, 1 year.
Report to be published by whom?
My lord, the Circle Officer, my lord.
Instruction.
Then we'll again post it after 2 weeks, find out whether the report of the circle.
They are
officer-
not here, Lordship, as because on the earlier occasion, we have been told that in case of land matters, deputy commission, they will accept notice.
Acha. Heard Mr.
Yes, that's right.
As does not counsel for the petitioner, there is the averments made in the writ petition. The controversy in this writ petition pertains to pertains to
Encroachment of land.
occupation of a plot, the plot of land involved in this writ petition. Full stop. According to the petitioners, the respondent number 5 has illegally encroached the said plot of land. Mr. Das submits that a report from the circle officer Bagribari has been called for, but it is not known as to whether that report has in the meantime been published. Full stop. He submits that the report will make the position of the land clear. Full stop. Mr. R.S. Musahari, R.K. Musahari, learned standing counsel BPC prays for and is granted 3 weeks time to obtain instruction and appraise this court as to whether the report of the circle officer is ready, has been submitted in the meantime. 2 extra copies of the writ petition will furnished to Mr. Musahari. Let this matter be listed for motion again after 3 weeks.
Highly obliged.
Second 17.
Maybe. The impugn order is at page 58, my lord, the NSFP,
Page,
58.
yes.
The by this order, my lord, by the district commissioner Nalbari has dissolved the elected body, executive committee of the Horimandir Nalbari. It is an enforcement, my lord, over the idol, my lord, the denomination by the deputy commissioner. An entire management and state of affairs of religion regarding pujas and everything, my lord. And
Now, who is doing it?
books and my lord, by the district commissioner Nalbari, my lord, by through a committee, my lord, by his appointed committees. That is a direct violation of fundamental right, my lord, under Article 26. And even my lord, 22 of the section 22 of the Religious Endowment Act, my lord, 1863, it expressly bars, my lord, regarding taking up charge of the management of the property.
Who are respondent number 6 to?
My lord, they are the executive committee members. And I am a life member, my lord, of the Holy Mandir.
They are now running the,
They are not running.
then why have you made them parties?
Because they are proper parties, I have mentioned in my petition, my lord, they are not necessary parties here. Just for their presence, my lord, I have made party, my lord.
So we'll have to issue notice now.
Yes, my lord. And regarding, my lord, I have interim prayer also, my lord, to stay the order because it is abruptly illegal, my lord, that it is an encroachment over the.
So that's right, but his order is more than 1 month old, so we'll consider that on the returnable date.
I have stated, my lord, the reason for it, my lord.
We will consider it after notice to them. We'll
Well,
fix a short
My
date.
lord, Durga Puja is coming, after Vishwakarma Puja, my lord, every puja.
All right, had Mr. D. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, assailing the order dated 22/7/2023, bracket annexure 2. Bracket close of the writ petition issued by the respondent number 2, dissolving the management committee of Harimandir committee at Nalbari. The instant writ petition has been filed by the, who is the petitioner?
Petitioner is a life member of the Holy Mandir.
By a life member of the Harimandir committee, inter alia alleging that the impugn order is in clear contravention of the rights, religious rights guaranteed under Article 26 of the Constitution of India. Full stop. Mr. Chaudhary has also prayed for an interim order. Now, Mr. Chaudhary submits that having dissolved the committee, the deputy commissioner, the district commissioner is now running the affairs of the Harimandir within course Hari Mandir by constituting a committee
Yes.
of persons chosen by him. Therefore, full stop, therefore, the aforesaid exercise is wholly arbitrary and illegal and hence liable to be declared so by this court. Full stop. Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, prays for some time to seek instruction in the matter. In view of the above NOM notice of motion returnable on 15th of September 2023. Since Mr. Sharma has appeared and accepted notice for respondent numbers 1 and 2, no formal notice is required to be sent to the said respondents. Extra copies be furnished to the learned government advocate Assam so as to enable him to obtain instruction. Steps by registered post with AD upon the remaining respondents within 3 days from today. You want to make justice service also?
Yes, my lord.
In addition, the petitioner is also permitted to make justice service of notice, to be routed through the registry of this court, upon the respondent numbers 3 to 31.
31.
Uh,
My lord,
how
in respect of 7 to 31, my lord, instead of registered post, my lord, I can serve by him.
That cannot be done. Dusty has to be in addition to register. Heard on the prayer of interim relief, the urging that in view of the ensuing Durga Puja, there is extreme urgency in the matter. Full stop. The prayer for interim relief as made by the petitioner shall be considered on the returnable date. List this case again on what is the date given? 15th. 15 September 2023 as a fixed item.
Much.
You complete the service of notice.
Yes.
Item 18.
Yes.
GST of the petitioner was cancelled, my lord. Yeah, because of non-filing of returns. He has now complied with all the defaults, my lord. He has filed all his returns, my lord. He is now paying for deposit. Lordship has passed some similar orders, lordship, even the. Lordship, in this case, by submission, lordship, there was a government come with a scheme, but it didn't fall under the scheme. It was the residence was cancelled in month of March 2023. Recently, lordship, I require some instruction whether it can be restored or not. Because it doesn't fall under that.
We'll have it on 8th of September. Let him after. Mr. R.S. Mr. Learned Counsel for the petitioner. The GST registration of the petitioner was cancelled on the ground of default committed by him in filing returns.
Yes.
Mr. Mishra submits that in the meantime, the petitioner has submitted all his returns and therefore a direction be issued for restoration of the GST registration of the petitioner. Full stop. Mr. Kyle submits that the scheme under which GST registrations were permitted to be restored earlier is no longer in existence, and therefore he be granted time till 8/9/2023 to seek instruction on the prayer made in the writ petition. In view of the above and on the request of Mr. Kyle, this matter be listed for motion again on 8/9/2023.
Much.
Extra copy of the writ
Yes,
petition be furnished to Mr. Kyle.
Much.
For motion, huh?
All of the petitioner's company account has been freezed by the bank on the ground of KYC updation. The RBI guidelines clearly says no account can be freezed. In fact, that this issue got a
Which bank? Which bank?
It's an Axis bank,
Yes, so the only issue is by how soon can you serve notice? There can't be an ex parte order. How soon can you serve notice?
We can serve by Dusty also to the branch office, the only difficulty what is, this is the account, through which, because under the Government of India
Mr.
directive,
Kaushik, there cannot be an ex parte order in this. That's the law.
Your Lordship will kindly, if your Lordship allow me,
All right.
one judgment of the Gujarat High Court, same issue was before the Gujarat High Court, where there was
You have a case, we cannot pass an ex parte order reviving your account. If there is a judgment which says it can be done, show me.
No, the judgment says there cannot be freezing of account without any intimation and without, because the RBI guidelines, the guidelines which actually suggest the bank for KIC updation says for non-submission of documents after repeated
How
reminders.
do you know it is for no KYC
Madam?
reason?
Yes,
is-
their email itself says.
Yes.
Lordship will find page 41.
Hmm.
This was on 4th of August. First, in 3 months, my lord, they have asked me several documents. Every time they ask me some documents, I give the documents, they freeze my account, and they ask me some other documents, I give that document. Now what they have asked for is the company incorporation certificate. My lord, this is a company which was incorporated in 1942. And we have made a categorical statement, my lord.
So where have you asked the bank to remove the?
My lord, page 42.
Please read which part, which is the relevant part.
As directed so and so has been filed by bank showing reason as transaction not permitted. There is sufficient balance in the, kindly let us know why the transaction has not been permitted. My lord, this through which we have inquired, my lord. Earlier we have given a detailed representation, my lord. My lord, page 36.
When was the account frozen?
First, it was frozen on, my lord. First on 16/6, then 14/7, then on 4/8, and now on 22/8 again.
So on earlier occasion, it was revived again.
It was removed. It was removed. We gave an email saying that these are the documents already submitted. They removed the freeze. Then on 4/8, they asked for the company incorporation certificate. We say that this company incorporation is incorporated in 1942. Now, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs doesn't accept any manual application for getting the records. It has to be done through the online process. And there is a technical glitch in the website and no application is accepted. So we require some time to, and this is the certificate, my lord, which is already there in their custody. 2014 RBI guidelines say they cannot ask for a new document. In fact, my lord, the master data of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has been submitted, which shows that the company is an active company.
So what is the grievance against RBI?
My lord,
What is the grievance against
Well,
RBI?
RBI is the body which controls this bank. This is a commercial scheduled bank under the list 2 of the RBI.
Mr.
And-
Kaushik, what I am asking is,
I am not
talk
seeking
of
any.
something which gives relief to
My-
the client.
I am not.
Otherwise, I'll issue notice returnable in 6
I am
weeks.
not praying anything against the RBI, my lord, because it is the RBI
No,
guidelines.
unless you implead RBI, you have to go to the other courts, not the writ court.
Hello.
You have impleaded RBI just to get a passport to this
No,
court.
because
Just be very clear
no,
about
my
it.
lord, because
This is a
2006,
private bank.
my lord,
Axis
But-
Bank is a private bank.
but these are the scheduled bank under the RBI, my lord. This issue with regard to the same bank, Axis Bank, came up before the Punjab Haryana High Court, my lord. The division bench of the Punjab Haryana High Court has held that as it is a bank which follows the guidelines of the Reserve Bank of India, so the REIT will be maintainable. My lord, Reserve Bank, why we have made a party, my lord? Because this KYI has been made mandatory for all banks under the direction of the Reserve Bank of India 2016. And the guidelines which has been issued by the Reserve Bank of India does not confer any power upon
Right,
the
you
authority.
serve copy on 4 and 5. We'll have it on Friday again.
My lord,
Serve copy on 4 and 5
4 and 5.
with return of notice.
My lord.
Had Mr. B. Kaushik, learned counsel for the writ petitioner, aggrieved by the alleging that the bank account of the petitioner has been frozen by the Axis Bank authorities, that is respond numbers 3 and 4, in an illegal manner. No, 3 and 4 for non-furnishing of know your customer bracket KYC, know your customer within code. KYC norms. The petitioner has approached this code by contending that as per the existing RBI circular, all relevant documents have been furnished to the petitioner and furnished to the bank. Notwithstanding the same, the prayer. You have not made any request as on date.
My lord.
You have not requested the bank to remove the.
Look, the request was made several times, my lord. Page 36 is a detailed representation where we have said that you cannot freeze the
No,
account.
no, you are against 22/8.
22/8 did this new.
And you filed representation in June complaining against action taken in August.
No, but they.
All right, I'm disposing out of. You go to them and file a representation.
May I just point out one thing, my lord? We have made a categorical statement. We requested the bank over telephone, my lord, to remove the freeze because 25/8 was the time which fell due, my lord. The labor wages has to be paid through this bank account. And we could not pay the, my lord, 150 families. They are not getting wages, my lord. And we requested the bank.
I'm saying one thing.
My lord.
You may have your difficulties.
My lord.
But at the moment, I find that your petition does not conform to any of the norms.
My lord.
First of all, you have not requested them to remove the freezing of the account. You have not mentioned what is the grievance you have against the RBI. You want an ex parte order. I think the best way out for you will be for this court to dismiss the petition and you go in appeal. Otherwise, I'll issue notice returnable in 4 weeks.
My lord, just one, if your lordship allow me, one judgment of the Gujarat High Court, the same issue, my lord, where it has been said that bank doesn't have the power to do so. One paragraph from that judgment. If they doesn't have the power to do so, my lord.
When the councils don't understand the basic query coming from the court,
I got what your
a
lordship
lot
is.
of problem for the
I
client.
understood, my lord.
You cite your judgment.
My lord,
I'll give
I
a
have
detailed order.
questioned the power that has been exercised by the bank.
We'll examine it.
Hello.
You want that to be examined today without hearing them?
No, my lord, just one paragraph from that judgment, my lord. No, could issue him.
Yes.
Look, I have marked the paragraph with pen, my lord.
Yes.
My lord. The last page your lordship will find. May I read it, my lord?
Yes.
Last second page. The paragraph starts from last paragraph. On the contrary, the RBI guideline provide for closure of account for which the direction has to be given at para 12.4, for which even the learned counsel for the applicant bank has not objected. Therefore, in absence of any express power to freeze the bank account of any account holder, such power cannot be read as sought to be canvassed. For example, if a person is having a particular amount in his bank account and in a given case, he did not receive the intimation for KYC or otherwise, or that he could not supply the documents due to unavoidable reasons, but as there is all India bank clearance, a check has been issued, but the bank has frozen the account on account of non-availability of KYC document, the consequence may arise for facing the proceedings under the Negotiable Instrument Act or any other law for dissolving the stake, as well as for other consequences in law. Therefore, it cannot be said that the freezing of bank account is less prejudicial. On the contrary, if there are no express power of freezing or depriving any person from enjoying his money or property, such cannot be exercised by the bank. If any other bank without there being RBI guidelines or express authority under law adopts the practice of freezing the operation of account or checkbook or ATM, the same cannot be a valid ground to issue notice to RBI or recall the order, more particularly when no order is passed for making departure of RBI guidelines, but rather in conformity with RBI guidelines. We may state that it was put to the bank that if the bank continues to insist for exercise of power of freezing in a case where KYC documents could not be supplied by any account holder for one reason or another, it may be a case for exercise of power by the bank without there being any authority under the law,
and the court may consider the question of referring the matter to the RBI for appropriate action against the bank, and also banking ombudsman for examining the case and for suitable further direction, which may include the appropriate measures to be ordered by the banking ombudsman to the bank in order to have better functioning of the banking business in accordance with law by safeguarding the interest of all account holders. We may also state that so far as the account of the convicts who are in jail, so and so, this is not applicable. So, my lord, this is a settled question, my lord, that the bank doesn't have the
No,
power.
it is not a settled question. I didn't want to go into all this thing. Mr. Kaushik, you are not conversant with any of the recent guidelines and norms laid down by the RBI. This judgment is of 2012.
No, I have the guidelines, my lord,
What is the,
entire
first show me what is the, how the RBI, where are the RBI guidelines
My lord,
which are issued for compliance of the FATF recommendations on financial probity by India? Let us come up with that.
My lord,
And then you show me which are the recent amendments made out in various acts, including the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, etc. On the KYC norms and requirements. Then we'll go into the.
this is the till 2019, my lord, the amended.
No,
provision.
2023, 5.
The 2023 circular also I have it, my lord.
Yes.
That
The circulars which are in consonance with the fourth recommendation of FATF.
my lord,
Where are those circulars?
that circular I don't have it right now.
No, but I am taking up the matter of final disposal. I was asking you, why don't you let the court give you a easy way out? You are not willing. Now I'm going to pass a final judgment here.
No, my lord, my only difficulty is, my lord,
Hmm.
I can wait. My money is there in the bank account. Difficulty is, my lord, the labor
The
payments. I
court
could
will
not-
not pass an ex parte order. removing-
Lordship will give me a time for serving the dusting open notice upon the respondent, and Lordship will take upon 7th of, because our next due labor wages which you have to pay is on 8th of September.
That can be done. That I told you in the beginning.
Yes, that, my lord,
You took a chance. But you may have bigger problems in this.
my lord, my lord.
Please go through the latest norms and
I'll
circulars. I don't think you were aware of it. That's
I'll-
why you are citing a 2012 judgment. That too in a matter, in a criminal proceeding, on a completely different point.
my lord.
This is not this judgment does not lay down a ratio that under any circumstances, the bank account cannot be frozen. This is number one. Number two, in 2023 May, the entire legal regime in the country has changed, particularly pertaining to KYC norms. If you're not aware of it, you may come up with surprising moments. Thirdly,
I'll find
we are asking the bank on what ground they have frozen your account. There is no question of passing an interim order removing the freezing. Or whether your money is there or not, it is a secondary issue. Fourth aspect is your bank account has been frozen twice before this occasion. You have accepted all this, all the time.
We sent an email, they removed the freeze.
Why don't you do it now?
My lord, we have approached them. We approached them.
Where is your email saying that?
My lord, your lordship, if lordship signs the last document, which they have said
Yes.
4th of August, my lord. The page 41.
Yes.
I request you to kindly provide the required documents at the earliest and help us to serve you better. Please feel free to call, understand for any clarification. The first paragraph your lordship finds that they refer to their telephonic conversation of 28th of July. Since then, on and off freezing, we say that this document is already given, they remove it. Then they say, give us this document, we give it, and
Change your banker. But anyways, for now, we'll, yes, if what you're saying is correct, there are other banks. We can't ask the Axis Bank to change their policies.
no, of course not. We are not saying that, madam.
Heard Mr. B. Kaushik, learned counsel for the petitioner. The read petitioner is aggrieved by the fact that its bank account has been frozen by the respond numbers 4 and 5, apparently due to non-compliance of KYC norm. According to Mr. Kaushik, regardless of the fact whether the KYC norms were fulfilled or not, bank accounts cannot be frozen under the latest RBI guideline.
Without
Hence-
any prior intimation.
without prior intimation to the account holder. Mr. Kushing has therefore prayed for an interim order directing the respondent bank to remove the suspension of the account, suspension of the bank account. First of, after going through the materials available on record, this court is of the opinion that an ex parte order as prayed for by the petitioner's counsel would not be permissible in the facts of the case. First of, at this stage, Mr. Kaushik submits that the next never payment of the tea garden is due on
8th of September.
8th of September, and therefore the matter be taken up any day prior to that day by giving him opportunity to make dusty service of notice upon the respondent numbers 4 and 5. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable on 7th of September
7th.
2023. Petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon respondent numbers 1 to 5 by registered post with AD during the course of the day. In addition, the petitioner is also permitted to make dusty service of notice upon respondent numbers 4 and 5 to be routed to the registry of this court and thereafter file affidavit of compliance. List this case again on 7/9/2023 as a fixed item. You have understood the point?
My lord, I got it.
What do you have to say?
My lord, the guidelines of the RBI, it is regard to the KYC.
Everything has changed. The
I'll-
entire legal regime has changed.
I'll,
Do not refer to a 2012 judgment now. These are all gone.
Right.
Entire financial probity regulations are completely changed. But the point is, it is the obligation of the banks to freeze account if they have any kind of suspicion. They are now at par with reporting entities, REs. These are
Yes.
called REs. See the duties and obligation of REs. We don't know whether it is for this reason or that reason. That's why the bank has to be asked. What is the reason? So these things will now gradually come into the orders of the court also.
I
You-
tried
you
to
should
find
be
out, my lord,
prepared.
since 2021, the circulars of the RBI,
Hmm.
it nowhere permits the bank to freeze the account. 23, I don't know, but I'll check that.
Frequently, the banks are freezing accounts due to non-compliance of KYC. Frequently. It is being done rampantly, and
Right.
that is permissible by the RBI. Check it out.
I'll
check it
check.
out.
I'll check.
Hello.
Otherwise, what is the point in having KYC norms?
No, there is no difficulty in submitting the KYC note.
No, whether their stand is bona fide is another matter.
Yes,
That is the reason we have to know
yes,
their
yes.
version.
My lord will
Hmm.
look
If
into
they have
that.
a good reason, the account will remain frozen.
My lord.
Absolutely. There is no doubt about it.
And it is not that the petitioner is denying to submit any document. Every time they have asked for the documents, we have submitted. Only the incorporation certificate, which is already there in the bank's custody. This is a company, my lord, which has been incorporated prior independence. Now the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, they have digitalized all documents, but that has been done after 2000. The old documents, we have to ask it
But
manually.
you can submit a digitized form of the document.
That is what we could not do it because the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the website, they are not taking the request.
Oh, you digitize your document and then send it, no?
My lord, the
What is the
90,
big deal? So your reasons are not sounding very
no,
convincing.
what they want is they want a certified copy from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the incorporation certificate.
Where have they stated that?
No, they have the 28 July telephonic conversation. Your lordship has seen that.
Oh,
They have
that's
asked for
why-
that.
That's why let us see, let
Yes.
them come.
They have asked for that. Otherwise, we could have given our incorporation certificate. But to get
But
that
it is
information,
difficult to imagine that a bank will be so unreasonable with its customers, particularly a corporate entity.
I don't know. Understand, my lord, the
And
reason
your
behind it.
documents are not there, you have not requested for removal of the suspension, nothing is there.
The last document which they asked for, the master data from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. To check, the purpose is to check whether the
All
company
right,
is
if there
active.
was a request made to the bank, the writ petition could have been disposed of by asking them to look into the request.
My lord.
But even that is not there.
That 22 mail does not say about
It
it.
doesn't say that.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's all hazy without knowing what is the
My lord.
internal story, not possible to pass in even. an
I
interim.
understand. Lordship will take up on 7.
Yes.
Time being matter, I can make.
Let him go and finish. Not many matters. Yes. Yes, yes. You have not submitted copy. Where is Mr. Handy? You have not given copy to the government advocate.
Copy was given to Standing Council Urban Affairs, my lord. My lord, petitioner is aggrieved by a speaking order, my lord. Your lordship will
Agreed by
speaking order dated 3/4/2023, my lord. That
page number.
page, my lord, 24, my lord. By which the building of the petitioner was directed to be demolished, my lord. My lord. In passing the speaking order, no opportunity was given to the petitioner, my lord.
What is the date of this order?
My lord, 3/4/2023, my lord.
And we are in end of August.
But now they are contemplating to implement this order, my lord. The electricity has been asked to disconnect the line, my lord.
Hmm.
My lord, your lordship will find page 27, my lord. And moreover, my lord, petitioner is undergoing treatment in Bengaluru, my lord. Your lordship will find, my lord, affidavit was shown in Bengaluru, my lord.
Where is the copy of medical documents?
Yes, my lord. Medical document, my lord. Page 10, my lord. Annexure 10, page 41, 42, my lord.
Yes, hospital documents.
Page 41, my lord.
So everything is normal. He is undergoing treatment for things which are normal. All readings are normal. Yes, Ms. Burman.
I could not have gone through it earlier, my lord, as copy has not been served to us, my lord.
You serve copy, we'll take it up. Pass over for the day, you serve copy.
My
I heard Mr. A.H.M.R. Chaudhary, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Ms. M. Burman, Learned Government Advocate Assam, who submits that no copy of the writ petition has been served upon her. As such, she has no instruction in the matter. In view of the above, the petitioner's counsel is directed to furnish a copy of the writ petition to Ms. Burman during the course of the day. This matter stands passed over. List for motion. List again for motion.
Maybe otherwise some urgency is there, my lord. Date may be fixed.
On 1/9/2000.
Obliged.
For admission, item 19.
Please, Your
Well, there is a IA to impede your response number 6, suggested by the court, my lord.
Suggested by court. What is the IA about?
That is, my lord, to impede, my lord, one new respondent, that is Secretary to the Government of Assam, Revenue and Disaster Management. Page 14, my lord, can you?
Application for impleadment.
Yes.
What do you have to say?
My lord, in my office copy, application is not there. Revenue is by SC revenue, my lord. Probably copy has been served to them.
Let him be impleaded.
I have no
Mr.
objection
S.
otherwise,
Learned
my lord.
Counsel for the applicant also heard. Ms. G.
She's taking
Hazarika,
notes.
Learned the Standing Council Revenue Department Assam, Mr. B. Chaudhary, Learned Standing Council PWD Assam, and Ms. M. Burman, Learned Government Advocate Assam appearing for the official respondent. His IA has been filed with a prayer to implead the secretary to the Revenue and Disaster Management, Secretary to the Government of Assam, Revenue and Disaster Management, Land and Revenue Department, Dispur, Guwahati as respond number 7 in the connected writ petition. I have perused the grounds stated in the IA for IA in support of the prayer for impleadment. The Learned Departmental Council have submitted that they have no instructions to file objection. In view of the above, the prayer for impleadment stands allowed. The so and so be impleaded as respond number 6 in the connected writ petition. Petitioners to file amended cost title within 2 weeks from today. IA stands disposed of.
Item 20.
Same order, madam. There is also another IA.
Same revenue and disaster management,
Yes, yes.
same order, arrest and disposal.
Regarding main petition, madam, may I pray that there was the direction to take instruction, madam.
No, main petition, you have to first file your amended cost title. Otherwise, the CIS will not accept any
Actually,
order.
registered correctly, madam.
No, by
Check
application, as per
the,
notification.
she will tell you, there are new notifications now. The CIS is not accepting orders. The amended read petition will be correspondingly uploaded in the case information system. Otherwise, no order passed here will be uploaded, and therefore you will not get certified copy.
May I pray for date, my lord.
List this case again tomorrow. By tomorrow, you file the,
Not tomorrow.
then 2 weeks, I said. I already said 2 weeks. You can't do it before 2 weeks.
Our petition, my lord, at least 30 and 32, my lord. That additional deputy commissioner already granted, my lord, permission, NOC for purchase or sell the land in question, my lord, but the Bilashivara town committee has not issued the NOC. Although we have filed on, my lord, 22/3/2023.
So they say there is public complaint.
My lord. My lord,
So there is a committee in every district now
yes,
regarding, are you aware of it? After the division bench order, the government has constituted a committee with the deputy commissioner.
I have not yet got.
You are also not aware. Find out. That committee has to now look into this.
my lord,
But Mr. M. Hussain, learned counsel for the writ petitioner.
my lord, we are going to be establish the gray part, my lord, but not for unwieldy establishment, my lord. My lord, kindly come to the agreement, my lord.
Learned counsel for the writ petitioner. The grievance of the petitioner is that despite the NOC issued by the district commissioner for transfer of the land in question by way of sale, the Bilasipara Municipal Board is sitting over the matter, thus causing serious prejudice to the interest of the petitioner. Hence this writ petition. In terms of the order dated 7/8/2023 passed by this court, Ms. M. Burman, learned Government Advocate Assam, has obtained instruction from the Bilasipara Municipal Board and thereafter placed written instruction from so and so dated 29/8/2023 and placed the same before the court. From the written instruction dated 29/8/2023, I find that there is some public complaint objecting to the issuance of NOC pertaining to land belonging to Kabarstar. That is the reason why the Bilasipara Municipal Board has not yet issued. What they are supposed to issue?
My lord, NOC, my lord.
NOC from Bilasipara
Yes, my lord. Under section 131 of the,
issued the NOC in support of the sale transaction. The executive officer of the Bilasipara Municipal Board has also sought instruction from the district commissioner so as to enable it to proceed further in the matter. Full stop. What is to be done now? Adjourn, that's all. You are also
My
not
lord.
prepared.
I'll
on
find-
10th, my lord,
I'll find out an address, my lord. Give me some time. On Monday.
on 10th, DC permission will be expired, my lord. 10th of this month,
Nothing-
September.
Since the matter has been sent back to the Respondent number,
my lord,
respondent number 3, that is District Commissioner Dhubri, seeking his advice in the matter. I am of the view that no practical purpose will be served by keeping this writ petition pending any further before this court. As such, this writ petition stands disposed of by directing the respondent number 3 to examine the grievance of the petitioner and pass appropriate directions and pass appropriate order issue appropriate direction that may be warranted in the facts and circumstances of the case. Full stop. Upper line দিব, Mr. Hussain submits that the NOC issued by the District Commissioner Dhubri will expire on 10th of September 2023, and therefore there is urgency in the matter. Tarpisat to the writ petition stands disposed of.
one more thing, my
Please.
lord, kindly consider section 131 of the Assam Municipal Corporation Act 2022, my lord. This provision provided, my lord, only the municipal corporation has to receive some commission of the stamp duty, my lord. This
Yes,
is-
you go and raise this point before the Deputy Commissioner.
My lord. Okay.
Me, please, your lordship. There is an office note with this. There is an office note in this. My lord, in the order dated 8/8/23, your lordship had passed the status order on that day. There was a typographical order, typographical error, my lord. In the last line, registry to list this case along with WPC 2676 of 22. It should be 2676 of 23, lordship. The order we have enacted.
All right, so this IA, you filed an IA for correction.
No, my lord. There is the office note by the registry, so. If required, I shall file it.
Office note in the writ petition.
My lord, in the second file, there is an office note.
All right, heard Ms. B. Chaudhary and counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. H.K. Gupta, learned CGC appearing for the respondent. You have anything to say today?
My lord, it may come up again, my lord. It has been wrongly tagged, my lord, tagged with.
There was the office note dated 22/8/2023, which goes to show that due to a typographical error in the order dated 8/8/2023, passed by this court in WPC number 4527 of 2023. The case records of WPC number 2676/2022 has been tagged with this matter, although the correct case number, according to Ms. Chaudhary, ought to have been WPC, we can call WPC number 2676/2023. Full stop. Mr. Gupta has also agreed to the same condition. In view of the above, the registry to read the case number of the writ petition in the last sentence of the order dated 8/8/2023 as within course WPC number 2676/2023 unquote, and list the matters accordingly.
Interim status quo. to
After-
continue.
After 3 weeks, interim order passed earlier to continue.
For orders, I don't get it.
You lordship may kindly peruse the Lavazma court's order dated 4/11/2022, your lordship. So far as 2 and 8 is concerned, they have entered appearance. 7 is your lordship deemed service, and 9 your lordship addresses door always closed, your lordship. We may be allowed to take personal dusty service, your lordship.
That's the service
On respondent number 9, your lordship.
Chief, I am appearing for respondent number 2, Airport Authority of India.
All right, I heard Mr. S. Bottakul and counsel appearing for the petitioner also.
Respondent number 8.
Please tell me serially, who's for 1? Also heard Mr.
Yes,
H. K. Gupta, Leonard CGC appearing for respondent number 1, Mr. D. Das.
D. Deca.
D. Daka, Leonard. Actually, you are there, Mr. S. S. Roy. Leonard CGC for respondent number 1, Mr. D. Daka. Leonard counsel for respondent number 2, Ms. N. Bordolo. Leonard counsel for respondent number 3, Ms. M. Burman. Leonard G. Asan for respondent numbers 4 and 5. Mr. G. Kandalia, Leonard counsel has entered appearance for respondent number 6 and submits that no copy of the writ petition has been furnished to him till today. Loajima Court order dated 4/11/2022 goes to show that service of notice is deemed to be complete on respondent number 7. And who is for 8?
I am appearing for number 8.
Acha, title, I would
J.A. Sikdar.
JH?
J.A. Sikdar. J.A. Sikdar.
JH for respondent number 8. Service of notice is deemed to be complete on respondent number 7. However, notice could not be served upon respondent number 9 as the door of the addressee was found to be locked. As such, Mr. Bottakul prays for and is granted leave to serve dusty notice upon the respondent number 9 to be routed to the registry of this course. Steps be taken accordingly. An affidavit be filed after service of dusty notice on respondent number 9. You give a copy to Mr. Khadi. List the matter accordingly.
Supplementary list.
Lift
for
your-
orders.
As per office note dated 29/8, lordship, service has been complete upon all the respondents, and the respondent number 5 has appeared. However, lordship, we could not file the dusty affidavit, which was
I am
today.
appearing
So if he has appeared, there is no need to file this.
I'm 2 and 3, I am appearing, lordship.
What is the matter about?
Against the demolition notice, lordship, they have the respondent number 5 and affidavit, lordship, we want to file reply, lordship. So 4 weeks time may be granted, lordship. The preliminary.
Okay, I heard Mr. S. Dekal and counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. S. S. Roy, learned counsel representing the respondent number.
2 and 3.
Who is for the first, M. Burman, learned G. Assam for respondent number 1. Come on, Mr. S. S. Roy, learned counsel for respondent numbers 2 and, M.
One and
Burman for 1 and 4. Mr. Roy for 2 and 3, and Mr.
M. Sahewala, my lord. 5.
M.
for 5.
Sahela, learned counsel for respondent number 5. Since the respondents are already represented, the requirement for filing affidavit after completing dusty service on the respondent number 5 is hereby dispensed with. On the request of Mr. Deka, how much time you want?
4 weeks, lordship.
4 weeks time is granted
A date may be fixed, my lord.
for obtaining instruction and filing rejoinder in response to the counter affidavit
Filed
filed
by the
by
respondent number 5.
5, my lord.
respondent number 5. Let this matter be listed again on 29th of September 2023 as a fixed item. Is there any interim order?
Yes, lordship, that may be.
Interim order passed earlier to continue till there
My lord, my name may be shown in the cause list.
by reflecting the name of counsel for the respondents in the case.
Obliged.
Interim order passed earlier to continue.
Here as per order of this honorable court, we have taken steps by dusty lordship upon respondent number 5.
And the affidavit has also been filed. Yes, okay.
Lordship, I pray for some time to file affidavit, BTC, Lordship.
Service is complete. Lordship. For Mr. Ardhar, learned counsel for the lead petitioner, peruse the Lojima Court order dated 29/8/2023, which goes to show that service of notice on respondent number 5 is complete. However, none has appeared for the said respondent. Be that as it may, on the request of Mr. B. Chaudhary, learned standing counsel,
BTC, Lordship.
BTC, appearing for the respondent numbers
Lordship, 1, 2, 4 and 5.
1, 2, 4 and 5. This matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks so as to enable me to obtain instruction and file affidavit. with
Lordship,
involvement.
not 5, Lordship.
1, 2, 4, 1,
Yes.
2 and 4. 5 now. So as to enable him to obtain instruction and file affidavit. Ms. M. Burman, learned G. Assam is present on behalf of respondent number 3. This is the matter according. Let him obtain instruction and file affidavit. Interim order will continue. Interim order passed earlier to continue.